joining me tonight in my first of 5 consecutive nights of Christmas in July videos. My name is Sharon Rogers and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And it is Christmas in July. So let's get started. I'm going to turn you down and let's see what we've got tonight. All right. Just put my little phone in my holder. And I want to make sure that I am finding myself on YouTube, which, let's see, there I am. All right. So tonight we're going to be making a tag, but I'm going to show you how to convert it into a card. So this is the tag we're making, and when you're making it as a tag, there's the front piece that just goes on the present, and you can attach that with a little piece of twine. You know, some either white baker's twine, or you could even use fishing line or any of the regular ribbon that you're using on your present. And then you can write the other information in here, like the to and the from and any other message that you want. So tonight I'm going to be using this. I think this was called Label Me Lovely. I don't remember. No, it's not. It's a tag topper, but I can't remember which one it is. This one is retired, but I used it a lot, and I'm going to use it tonight. There is one very similar to it in your in the clearance rack online, and the one on the clearance rack is called, and I had it right here. Oh yes, here it is. The one on the clearance rack is called Fancy Tag Topper, and it was originally $23, and it's now only $13.80. So quick and easy way to make tags. And all you need is a 2-inch strip of cardstock to do that. So let's get started here. And this is a piece of Misty Moonlight. Now, Misty Moonlight is a former in color that came back as a core color. It is a beautiful calm blue, a deep blue. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches by 2 inches. And I've also got a piece of basic white cut 4 by 2 as well, because those are going to stack together. I'm not going to punch them together. That's probably a little bit more than my my punch wants to handle, or my hands punching want to handle. So to use these tag toppers, you just slip your cardstock in that groove that's right there, and you can see when you turn it over, it's all the way to the end, and you just punch it, and there you have your tag. So this is a really quick and easy project. So there we go. Very little waste there. Now, I did say that we're going to be writing on, you know, you can write on the inside, but you could also just adhere these together and have it on the back, or just write on the back in maybe like a silver pen, something like that. All right, I'm going to be bringing in the most fabulous paper, and that's the One Horse Open Sleigh Designer Series paper. All sorts of beautiful patterns. You'll see a little bit of this later this week, or you'll probably see some of it tomorrow anyways. Lots of different patterns here, and Misty Moonlight is one of the colors that it goes with. So let me see if I can find the pattern that I'm looking for right here. This is pretty snowy field scene. I also think it could be a lake scene, like this is the shore of the lake, and you've got some rocks kind of sticking up in the lake. And I grew up near a lake, and this is what the lakes look like sometimes. I mean, they're not trees in the lake. There's a shoreline over there. But anyway, this is 6 by 6 paper. It is $12.50 for the pack, and it is gorgeous. And I'm going to cut a piece that is 2 inches wide. Now, because I'm using the tag toppers, that's why I'm using a 2-inch wide strip, because these are 2 inches. if you use dies, we have tailor-made tag dies, and let me show you what those look like. The tailor-made tag dies are on their way to me, but they did not arrive in time for me to actually use them for this project. But for these tailor-made tags, you've got 4 of this kind of tag and 4 of these kinds of tags, plus you've got the little hole reinforcements that your dies will cut out. So lots of different dies. There's 10 different dies, and for $22. So that's a really good deal too. And tags, a lot of people love tags and use them often. It's a great way to coordinate everything together, but also you can use a tag on top of a card to make a card. So if you use those, you can actually use a 1 3/4 inch strip, which would give you a 4-inch strip left over. I'm going to show you why that's important. So again, I'm gonna cut this at 2 inches, and then I want to cut this down, and I don't want it to extend the whole way. So I think if I measure this correctly, I think I want it to be about, I think I want it to be 3 inches. Yeah. It might be 3 1/4 inches. I'm going to cut it to 3 1/4 inches. Honestly, I forgot. My sample was a little bit of a different size too. So if I put this at 3, so that kind of comes right to the bottom. If you want to leave a little bit of a space, you need to knock off a little bit more here, or on the bottom, either one. So I'm going to go ahead and I think cut that at 3. Set that aside for just a second. Add some glue. And there we go. It's just got a little bottom peeking out of there. All right. So that in itself is pretty. But let's go ahead and take this scrap of Misty Moonlight that I got when I was cutting, and we're going to use the 1-horse open sleigh dies. You know, I was typing up some directions for you in the comments of this video right before I went live, and so I kind of don't really know where things are right now. I don't know why I do that, but you know, sometimes I do that. So we're gonna take, I am gonna find them. Let me while I'm looking, let me talk about a few things here. So right now we are in our bonus days, and for every $50 you spend, you will receive a $5 coupon to spend or to put toward an order in August. So that's a nice little bonus. It's like you're getting 10% free. And that goes until the end of this month, and then you can start redeeming it as early as August 1st. So you'll have all of August to redeem your coupons. If your order is $100, you will get 2 $5 coupons. You'll get 2 separate codes. Some other things, I did find my dies. Some other things, this is my calendar coming up. So we've already passed July 21st. I think this is up on my website or my Facebook page. And I have my Christmas in July series, daily videos here. On Saturday, I have my Christmas in July class, which, let me show you that. I gave a little sneak peek of it in a recent email. And so these are 4 cards made with it. So I've made 2 with the trucks and 2 with the 1-horse open sleigh bundle. And the last day to register for this is today. So if check your email. If you did not get an email because you're not on my email list and would like to attend, please shoot me an email as soon as possible because today is the last day and I can send you that registration link. But you will get lots of product. You will get a full package of this beautiful DSP. You will get a full package of the snowflake embellishments, and you will get a half spool of this ribbon, which I haven't used on any card, but I have a surprise for those who are in attendance. All right, so that's that. And then we've got some other things going on in August. We've got my regular Friday Night Lives. The first Saturday in August, I have my Kit Together for a Cause. If you purchased a kit, and there's still time left to do so, remember 25% of that kit will go to benefit adults with special needs that are in southern Maine. And it's a program, you know, adults with special needs are near and dear to my heart because I have one. And let's see, here's a sneak peek in case you didn't notice it before. We've got my annual BOGO event coming up in the second half of August. And then August 24th to 26th, I said, Viva Las Vegas. I am going to be attending Backstage, which is a convention for Stampin' Up's leadership. So that's demonstrators with a title of Silver Elite and above, of which I have that title. And so my husband and I are going out to Vegas. We're going to be there actually for a week, and it's going to be lots of fun, I'm sure. Hot probably, but lots of fun. And we'll be doing some touristy things, but I will be coming live to you from the Stampin' Up event itself, and probably a surprise for you on the Monday following. That'll be a fun live that I get to do as well, but I'm not going to give away any of that. All right, so let's go back to this. So the Horse and Sleigh stamp set is very, very pretty. And the Horse and Sleigh dies has this little tree in it. This little tree shrub, I'm not sure what it is. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that scrap of Misty Moonlight and we're gonna die cut it. So I'll just bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we've got some plates here. And I gotta run across the room for my other plate. My chair is so squeaky. When I edit videos, after I get things, I have to edit out my squeaks because it sounds so awful. When I sit down, when I stand up. All right. And so here we have a little tree, shrub, etc. Now, to adhere this, I'm going to be using just some regular green glue that I've put in a detail glue bottle, but you could have backed this with adhesive sheet, and then that would have been pretty easy too, but I always seem to forget about that. Probably because the glue is really close to my fingertips and the adhesive sheets are in my closet. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to some of these tips. It doesn't have to be over the whole thing. I'll put my cap back on. Let's bring my tag back in. And put that right there. And there we go. So now all that's left is to join these together, and I have a piece of the white glittered organdy ribbon. Now you may recall this from the catalogs last year. However, it has moved to an online exclusive. And why does it look like I've frozen? Says I'm live, but my computer is showing that I'm frozen. Yikes. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Well, Hope for the best. You can always see the replay if it's not working. So this is about a piece of ribbon that's, I don't know, about 14 inches long. Oh, I think I just maybe paused. I must have hit something on my computer. I'm going to tie this on camera, so we'll see how that comes out. All right, not too bad. Just adjust the ends a little bit. You'll find some of these sparkles just, they come off a little bit. It'll still stay sparkly, but your desk will be sparkly too. And we can just trim off that other end. And there we have a simple little tag. Now the back side of this has just a very pretty kind of, it almost looks like birch tree to me in there. And I can make a card out of this. Now the problem here is that this is 4 inches wide. It's not really a problem if you want to put it on a card base that is, you know, just your normal size, but you'll have a border. So here's a thick basic white, and I'm going to cut this down, but you'll see that I would have to have a border around because it's not quite wide enough to go across the whole card. That's fine, and you might even want to back it with, you know, a little piece of blue, or maybe even put it on the Misty Moonlight. But my problem is I love this side. So what am I going to do? Well, I thought I could probably recreate this. Not exactly, but I can come close, I bet. So let me show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to take some gray granite. Now this looks like it's got some gray granite and maybe some crumb cake in there. Let me go ahead and get the crumb cake out too. And I'm squeezing the pad. And that puts a little bit of ink in this cover. So now I'm going to take some water painters. And I don't know if you've ever used these before. And I'm trying to find mine. I thought I put them back, but I guess I didn't. They're right here. It comes in 3 sizes. So there's a very small tip, which I'm also going to use. And there's a medium tip. And then there's this really, really wide brush tip. Now I've already got water in mine. I'm going to squeeze it and put a little bit of water into here. So I want it fairly runny. Okay. Now this is thick basic white, and I want to use thick because I am using water with it. So to minimize the streaky or the bending of it, I'm gonna try my best to only use as much water as I have to. And you can see just running across this, I'm getting sort of that effect. It's not exactly the same. And, you know, this is never going to come out the same either way. But it kind of mimics it to me. All right, I've got that done. I'm going to clean this by dripping out some water onto a paper towel. Let me get my paper towel. And you'll just kind of, you can also dip it in a dish of water to make it clean the ends faster. It's probably what I'll do. But you can see, just do this until it runs clear. Yep, and now it's clean, and you can use it on the next color next time. Now I can take this fine tip one, this is the fine tip one, and I can do something. Can you see that there are some grayer lines in here? So let me take my gray granite here, and let's do the same thing do the same thing with the gray. Now, this is a very fine tip. So let's see if I can get. The other thing you could do is you could do this with a marker. I don't even know if this is dark enough for me. I think I might like some different. I might like darker gray, like basic gray. Ooh, you know what? Let's do Pebbled Path, because I know Pebbled Path is one of the colors that is in this designer series paper. Ooh, that's dark. Ooh. So let me get some water out here and we'll water that down a little bit. The lighter you go, the finer that is. See how you can make your own cool looking background. I do this a little bit on tomorrow night's video as well. I take some inspiration from one of the papers, and because I don't want to use that particular paper just for the background, I do something else. So there, we've got that done. Not an exact replica, but you can see that this was clearly inspired by that. And I saved this paper for use some other time. So now I can just put this on here. And I'm going to just fix this bow a little bit. And you could stamp a greeting if you wanted to, or you could get out some of your snowflake embellishments. I saw my sister late last week when she came over on Friday, and she was saying that it was sometimes very difficult to get the embellishments back in the package. If you cut a slit down the side, it goes in and out much more easily. You're welcome for that tip. Oops. I struggled with it, obviously, and so that's how I can tell you that that tip works. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put this tag on here. Let's go ahead and attach it. I'm just going to attach the back, though. Normally, this would not have a back, a white back, because if I were putting this on a card front, I wouldn't need that white back. But if you want a little secret message, you can put one in there. Or if you don't like that, you can just glue it together, which I might do afterwards. So let's go ahead and get a couple more snowflakes. There's some smaller ones in here. Let's see, I can probably just take them off with my hand. You want to make sure you get the glue with it. Yep, I got the glue. I can feel it sticking to my fingers. So these snowflakes are just very, very subtle on that background. If you want, you can put one right down here too. Or you can put, I think I'm going to put it right there though. And so there is my first Christmas card of the season. Hope you liked it. Now I have a couple of things to tell you. Don't forget that Christmas card class registration ends shortly, but I do have an ordering special for Christmas in July, and this is good only July 24th to the 29th. So for orders of $35 or more, so this runs very similar to how my Tune In Tuesday class runs. So if your order is $35 or more, and you have to use the host code at my website, then you will get the project in the Christmas in July project kit. You will get supplies to make 2 of these, 2 of each project that I'm going to do tomorrow night on Tune In Tuesday, and then 2 of the project that I'm going to do on Wednesday. So that is a total of supplies for 10 projects. which is a little bit more than you usually get. Usually it's 7 or 8. If your order is $50 or more, you will get that Christmas in July project kit plus a $5 bonus days coupon. And if your order is $65 or more, you will get a Christmas in July project kit, a $5 bonus days coupon, and a spool of Christmas ribbon. Now, I don't know what ribbon you're going to get, but I'm going to show you the possibilities. You might get the red with gold dot ribbon. You might get glittered organdy. Or you might get this retired but totally brand new spool of faux linen ribbon, which I love this stuff. I used this stuff a lot last year on my Christmas cards. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to turn you around. I'm going to take you out and turn you around. Hi. Thanks for joining me. Ooh, lighting's so bad. If you have any questions, let me know. I am excited to show you some other projects. Tomorrow night's projects use a set of dies and, well, stamps too, from last year. So they are still current and in the catalog, and they are one of my favorites. And my little clue for you is peekaboo. So that's gonna, if you look through the catalog and you see something that reminds you of peekaboo, that's what we're going to be using tomorrow night. So hope to see you tomorrow at 7. Remember, it's 7 o'clock tomorrow, 7:30 the rest of the week. Have a great night, everybody.